Today I'm going to talk about Shadows of Saintfour. As you can see, I finished 3 seasons, but I'm going to talk about season 2 and do a bit of recap for season 1. I know I did a video on season 1, so if you want to go and watch that, you can. If you don't, again, I am going to do a recap on season 1. Also want to say that there will be spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers, you can play Shadows of Saintfour yourself. It is on an interactive story game app called Romance Club, and you could get Romance Club on Google Play, or you could get it on App Store. I'm assuming it's on App Store. I wouldn't know because I only have Android phones. So, okay, recap. Now, with season 1, the bad guy per se is an entity. I forgot the name. Well, no, I didn't forget the name. I can't pronounce it. Like, I really can't. I'm just gonna say, like, the entity was a person called, I think, Ava or something like that. But basically her story was, she was in like a nunnery, and she had a baby, and they was gonna take her baby, so she took her baby and decided to hide her baby in the well and stuff because they was chasing after her, and she ended up dying without finding her baby and stuff like that. But your character, you can name your character anything. I named her Gia, but yeah, Gia, like the how season 1 starts off is grown up Gia is basically, she basically comes back to Saintfour. She had moved away from Saintfour and basically come back to Saintfour, and like your friends are there, and y'all basically start talking about like what happened in the past when y'all was like kids and were teenagers, and basically it goes from season 1, it goes from like the present to a flashback and stuff like that, and it goes from present to the past. But basically in the past, your character is, your character just moved, and not only just moved, but things start happening in Saintfour. Depending on what path you chose, I chose the path of courage. And so basically you find out little snippets of like what's going on. An entity is coming after kids, teenagers. It seemed like, yeah, kids and teenagers, but mostly teenagers. Come after teenagers. Also, adults as well, but it seemed like it's adults with kids, I want to say. And I know your friend Candy, she goes missing, and then she comes back and she talks about like what happens when she was there, and then you and Bobby, yeah, like find out like what's going on, like why this entity is after you, and you find out how to get rid of her, and basically you do get rid of her by reuniting her with her baby again. And that's like how that ends, depending on the path you chose. I chose the path of courage. I was able to save Mr. Forrester, who was able to help us out and tell us a bit about his running with the entity and things like that. And he also leaves and gives us his house. With season two, with season two, season two is basically kids are going missing. Like kids, like whether they're small or teenagers going missing. And one of the kids that do go missing is your friend Bobby. And there's also a new person that is on the scene and stuff, and you find out that that new person has everything to do with your friend going missing. Of course. But yeah, of course. And then, like, during that time when Bobby is missing, you also meet the black dragons and things like that, and you ask the black dragons for help. You also get to improve on different relationships. I know I decided to improve on my relationship with Luke. Luke is Gia's boyfriend and things like that, and you get to know a little bit about Luke as well. And not only that, but your character, she gets little like when she dreams, she get little visions of like what happens in the past, and not only what happened, yeah, she get little snippets of visions of like what happened in the past and things like that. And depending on if you get close to John, you probably would understand like more. But I didn't really get close to John, so yeah. But at the end, John turns out the new guy. He turns out to be the villain, and basically, he's basically kidnapping kids to help feed. I want to say this fawn, this mythical creature. I don't know if I don't know if this mythical creature is bad because like, well, I would talk about it in another video. I would talk about because like the fawn does come up again. I don't know about this one. I don't know if this fawn is evil or whatnot and stuff. It could be. Who knows? But I know with John, comes comes like he comes back to Saintfour every 10 years to to kidnap kids and stuff like that, so he could use them to feed the fawn that he's like serving apparently. And what else? But yeah, you end up killing him. I'm thinking you end up killing the fawn as well. I'm thinking the fawn goes like back to where it came from. Who knows? But again, I had enough courage to find out, because like with the fawn, they have visions of like how your life, like how you gonna meet your maker, and your character will meet its maker. Like it will show you how the character meet their maker. Muzzle, what is it? Is it Muzzle Muncher? I'm thinking that's the name. Is who will like end up like pushing your character off a cliff, and that's how your character will will meet their maker basically. But yeah, what else? I think that's it, because you do end up again rescuing not only Bobby but the other kids as well, and bringing them back to their family and things like that. Yeah, I'm thinking that's all. Yeah, that's all that happens. And of course, during the time while like Because you do get a little snippet of the of the present. Because again, like I said, it goes back from past and present, and so yeah, you end up going back to the present. You can end up getting close with Derek if you want to. That depends on you. And while you getting close to Derek and things like that, I know, I end up finding a mask, and it's like, and Derek turns to your character and be like, he's back and stuff, and that's how season 2 ends. And all I have to say is that, like, I'm not gonna lie, season 2 for me, it wasn't like season 1. Season 1 to me is 5 out of 5. I would definitely recommend people to play season 1. Season 2, I will recommend people to play season 2 as well, because when you get to season 3 is wonderful to me. So, like, if you want to get to season 3, you're gonna have to play season 2. So I do recommend people to play season 2. However, I would give it like a 4 out of 5, because even though it gets good at like chapter 5 to like chapter 8, I don't like that it's only 8 chapters. Like, I don't like that it's only 8 chapters. With season 1 there was 12. I know season 3 has 10, but season 2 has 8. I felt like that was too short and things like that. I also felt like from episode 1 to episode 4, it was very slow paced. Nothing really happened per se. It wasn't really interesting, in my opinion. It wasn't until we get to episode 5 to episode 8 that's when things took off and things became interesting and became exactly how I know it should be. So I would definitely say I do recommend people to play season 2, and I do give season 2 a 4 out of 5. Um, and that's about it about season 2. If anyone has anything to add or wants to talk to me about season 2, just let me know down below in the comments. I don't mind having a conversation, because I always want people to talk to, especially about different interactive story games, especially about Romance Club, because Romance Club has come a long way. And Shadows of Saintfour is brilliant in my opinion, especially I'll talk more about season 3 like in the next video. But yeah, so just let me know like what you think. If you have any a story from Romance Club that you want me to like take a look at, or heck, if you have any stories from interactive story games like Chapters and Choices and LoveSick and all the other ones that you want me to look at, just let me know and I will. And so I could give you my like thoughts and opinions on them. You can always like, share, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Again, well, until next time, see ya.